At HayDay VBS, kids are going to be up to their elbows in farming fun as they explore one simple, memorable Bible truth that Jesus will always love them. Groups Weekend VBS may be perfect for your church if you've never done VBS, if you've got limited volunteers, if you have limited resources, maybe you're a smaller church, maybe you're looking for another children's ministry type of program or event, or you're like me, you're just a VBS addict and you can never get enough VBS, right? So let me tell you how easy it is to pull off this amazing weekend VBS. And here's what makes HayDay so easy. HayDay is easy because this VBS only lasts 2 days for 2.5 hours, which means your volunteers only need to commit to 2.5 hour sessions. Plus, with the station rotation model, your teachers are only going to teach again 20 to 30 minutes each day. So that's minimal prep and planning for your leaders. HayDay is easy for families. We know today's families are so busy, and it can be challenging to get families to commit to an event at church. The 2.5 hour, 2-day schedule is super friendly for family schedules. And HayDay is easy on your budget. With fewer supplies and lower costs, because there's fewer rotations, any church can pull off this VBS program. And HayDay is easy to decorate. I want you to close your eyes for a moment. Close your eyes. And I want you to take a few seconds to imagine you're standing in the middle of a flourishing farm. You are surrounded by fields that seem to stretch forever. The sun is shining, corn is gently swaying in the breeze, and sunflowers are bending toward the light. And from a distance, you can hear the sound of a tractor as the farmers work in the fields. And of course, there's an occasional moo of a cow. Can't you just see it and hear it? Now get ready to create something fabulous, a fabulous farm scene at HayDay VBS. So on screen, holy cow, look at this set that we made. And this is so friendly because we have made it all allergy friendly. We have hay bales that have been created out of a plastic wrap cloth. That backdrop, you've got corn in your church without having the mess of corn shocks and all of that. I will tell you, I did bring hay bales into my church once in my 32 years of ministry. That's when I found out I had a hay allergy, and I was not a friend of the custodian much after that. It was a big mess. So allergy friendly is really important. You can go as hog wild or as hog mild with decorating. In your kit, there is all the instructions on how to do this. So take a peek at what kids will do and learn at HayDay VBS.
At HayDay Weekend VBS, things got off to a bright start with music and more. Everyone was there, preschoolers and elementary kids. The music was awesome.
We're all in this together and we're having fun. We're here to spread the love of God to everyone. Gonna get a little crazy, yeah, a little wild. Here we go now, come give it a try. He is a mighty God and worthy of our praise. We give him everything, he's good in every way.
Also saw a skit about Sunflower Sam. He is so funny. I think he'll figure out how to be a farmer eventually.
These Bible adventures were really awesome because we got to actually do stuff. The leader made us think about Bible stories in a totally different way. First, we learned how Jesus was a friend to a not-so-nice guy named Zacchaeus. When Jesus was a friend to Zacchaeus, Zacchaeus totally changed and became a good guy. We got to see what it was like to give our money to Zacchaeus. And I was surprised when we got even more back after Zacchaeus' heart changed.
Zacchaeus was a very short man, and he was a tax collector. He took more than he should, and the people didn't really like him. One day, Jesus came by, and Jesus told him to come down because he was going to his house. When he went to his house, Zacchaeus begged him to forgive his sins, and he said that he'd give back more than he took from the people.
The next time we came to Bible Adventures, we talked about how Jesus died on a cross. We tore a paper heart to see how sin hurts our relationship with God. Then we saw how Jesus took our broken hearts to the cross with him and healed them when he came back to life. How cool is that? Jesus, my friend, has power over death.
Projects with a Purpose was totally a surprise to me.
I kind of thought we would just do crafts or something. But instead, we made stuff to give away to help people. We made fun flower pots to give to people in our community. At our church, we're giving them to hospital volunteers because they're so friendly to people who are hurting.
When it was time for Hog Wild Games, we always knew it'd be a blast. But who knew you could actually learn something while having that much fun? These were totally different games, but a lot of fun.
Another surprise was Spotlight VBS. During VBS, a photographer would sometimes stop a few of us and take our pictures. Sometimes we got into goofy poses that didn't really make a ton of sense at the time, but the photographer put it all together into this cool slideshow we all got to see at the Sunday celebration. It's a fun way to hear the Bible stories again, and we were the stars.
Hey, wait, don't forget the preschoolers. While the big kids were doing all that, we had fun doing stuff just for littler kids. We had a Bible adventure, games, and crafts. We even got to do projects to help people, just like the big kids.
Just when you thought VBS was over, we all headed to Friendship Finale for a big closing time. Each day was a little different, so we never quite knew what to expect. But it all pointed to Jesus and reminded us how amazing it is that Jesus will always be our friend.
Be my friend!
Wait a minute, VBS isn't over. We still had a Sunday celebration. The Sunday after VBS, we had a special 1-hour celebration of all the things we learned and done at HayDay. The whole church was there, and they all got to explore ways that Jesus is a friend to us. It was awesome.
HayDay was a blast. You won't want to miss a second.
And just so you can see the HayDay kit, again, like the other two programs, you have everything you need, all the leader guides, a sample of the student pieces to get started. So we're going to close with this. These past 2 years have been utterly challenging for kids to build friendship with one another. And I was mentioning earlier that people, not me at group or as a children's pastor, have done lots of research. We all know that play dates have been limited, schools have restricted face-to-face. We as churches have had to restrict how much contact we've had with kids. And you might say that all of those things have put kids into what I'd like to call a friendship famine. And here's what one expert says about that. Friendships help kids develop emotionally and morally and boost social skills. As we emerge from the COVID-19 pandemic, many children need extra support reconnecting with their peers. VBS is the perfect way to reconnect kids and to reconnect families to your church. I've heard churches saying, our families are not coming back to Sabbath day, to kids stuff. VBS has the opportunity to do that because every component of a group VBS is intentionally crafted to build friendships. It is so relational. Our small group crews focus on one-to-one interaction, and we really are going after enhancing spiritual growth to build Christian friendships. The team at group wants to be your friend too. As you plan your VBS, here's how you can get a hold of us. We literally have a herd of people who want to serve you. You'll get a personal response from somebody who will help walk you through whatever it is that you need at that moment. So no matter which program you choose from group, we want you to know this. The team at groups, we take our roles seriously. We pray for our churches. I have a prayer wall in my office. I have a picture of Miss Judy and I, and we have on my prayer wall. I mean, we just pray for people all the time. So what you do is important. You are helping kids create a lifelong relationship with Jesus, and that matters. So we're going to end our time here with one more giveaway. And the number is 738 for a HayDay music CD. 738. All right, come on up, you get that. And then if you want to send, if you think you're interested in a group kit, if you want to send one person from your church up here to get your order form, in years past, you used to be able to order from Advent Bookstore,